Several people have been killed in a series of shootings in Alexandra in the past 2 days. Among them is Alex FM music manager Joshua Mbata, who was robbed and gunned down. This once again puts the spotlight on policing in the city. Let's go to the ground now in Alex, where my colleague reporter Nqobile Madlala is standing by. Good afternoon, Nqobile. What's the latest you can tell us? Just a few hours ago, the Premier David Makhura issuing a statement as he and other officials were visiting Alexandra, saying he's outraged at these shootings during the last 2 days in Alexandra.
Well, definitely outrage, Bradan. But what he also did mention is that they are not going to be leaving Alexandra until they have found the perpetrators. Now, I want to bring in some of the community leaders because we know that the government is reacting, of course, to what has happened on the ground. But as community leader, Vincent, explain to us, how does it make you feel knowing that the police are saying that they're not going to leave here? The Premier is saying nobody's going to live here until somebody has been held accountable.
You know, with the incident that has just happened now, we don't want to see ministers coming here because there's many casualties. We're expecting police to perform the way that they're performing today throughout. Alex has less than 20 streets, but we've got police that are here that are not actually doing their jobs. Some of them, yes, they are red police that are working here, but some of them are not doing their jobs. So I'm sure that the team that has come here because of you guys are here as the media. All they want to portray is the wrong picture to the public. It's a wrong picture to everyone. After, when these ministers leave, these cops are going to leave as well. Then the community is left vulnerable once more. So it's going to become a problem to us.
So do you feel that the police are not doing their work in this area?
I feel like that. The reason why I'm feeling like that is that there's no visibility of police. At night, I mean, certifying a document cannot take you 4 hours in any police station, but this thing happens here. So now we need to equip this police station and make sure that the police station that is at Wynberg also works in order to balance the equation of Alex.
So what do you want to see happen today in Alexandra and also going forward?
My expectation is that we want to see more boots on the ground. We want to see 100% commitment. We want to see more vehicles visible in each and every street in Alex. You hardly see one blue lamp because CIC has 2 vans. But on paper, they're saying we've got more than 38 cars. But if we can stand here and say, call all those 38 vans to be here, you won't even actually count to 5 because there are no vehicles here. Now there are people that are covering up. We've got a crisis, but people are still covering up. It's a problem, and it's a societal problem because people are going to start taking the law into their own hands. Then we are going to have problems throughout.
And I mean, we know that this is a tragedy. Have you reached out to any of the family members yet?
You know what's bad is that one of the guys that was shot dead yesterday, his brother is a friend of mine. So I dropped off my friend at his house, not knowing that I'm going to a scene where I'm going to find his brother being shot cold-blooded on the side of the road. So it's just something else. We've reached out and we are still going to go to the rest of the families and see how we can offer support as community leaders here in Alex.
Tell us a bit about his brother. How old was he? Who was he?
His name is Joshua. He was 32 years. He was a music compiler at Alex FM. The whole team at Alex FM is traumatized. I was with them the whole night at Masakane. As we were standing there, you could actually see casualties flowing in, blood everywhere. But there was no visibility. There was only one van that came, a detective's van that came to the clinic in order to find out what's happening. Now we need to equip this police station to the latter so that with the casualties and incidents that are happening here in Alex, we can actually root out the crime that is around Alex. And we cannot only do that through the police station. The community as well needs to come to ball. We need to make sure that we safeguard one another here in Alex. It can't be that 4 individuals are just doing as they please with lives of many people in Alex.
All right, thank you very much. That's Vincent Ndima of Alexandra Parliament. And I want to bring you in, sir, because you're a councillor here. It must be traumatic to know that your community is going through this.
Yeah, actually I'm still shocked at the events that has happened, and it is not something that has started last night. It has been gradually happening. I remember 2 days ago we had a CPF meeting where I even said to the leadership of the station that we need to have bilaterals to try and see how we deal with these issues of crime. There's more guns in Alex. Things are out of control. But over and above that, you have one station that is servicing over 1 million people in Alex. Yes, of course, it's a 2 kilometer square, but there's a whole lot of people here. You need resources. The commissioner had indicated that there's supposed to be 68 cars or vehicles in the station, and apparently there's around 40. But if you look at things, if you make a call to the police station, CPF guys were just telling us that there's actually 4 cars that are actually moving around. 4 cars servicing around or close to 1 million people. That's not something that is right there. We need to fix that. We don't need to fix it because people are dying the way they are dying now. We need to be consistent. It can't be that we are doing things just for the cameras. It can't be that because the minister is coming or the MEC is coming, then people must get arrested. This thing has been ongoing. The MEC knows also. It's been ongoing for some time now. And we've been reporting these things to say, Alex is slowly turning into becoming a butcher. Our people are being killed on a daily basis.
So do you mean that you've been speaking to officials and they haven't responded to you?
Yes, of course. In fact, the MEC knows, she's aware to these issues because there's a group of WhatsApp that we actually complain about these things. Even ambulance can't even get into the township. And I understand the fact that it is not an issue that an MEC alone can deal with and conquer. Even communities. These people are not coming from the sky. They are coming in our yards where we stay. We need to root them out. We need to remove them from the society. This society doesn't deserve to stay with criminals and thugs and people that are killing our people on a daily basis. This can't be. We need to put a stop on this thing. We need to assist the police. We need to get more stakeholders. We need a whole lot of all of us to deal with these issues.
Will you be highlighting this to the minister?
First thing, we need to get more vehicles here. We need to get more manpower here. It's very important. I'm going to raise that issue now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, Pradan, we can see already the minister coming out of that briefing. We're going to see if he is going to entertain us. For a minute. How did the meeting go?
Meeting is not over. We're going to the next meeting.
But are you going to come up with a solution?
But he says that they will continue with the meeting. And of course, we know that they are saying that they are not going to be leaving here until they...
Thank you very much. The Nqobile Madlala on the ground in Alexandra. She tried to doorstep the Minister Bheki, who just rushing to another meeting and didn't have enough time to speak to Nqobile Madlala. But she managed to speak to 2 community leaders on the ground there who are expressing their displeasure at the lack of police support